resistance, resistance, becoming potential support there. I love that. That's also the sweet spot of the weekly candle. So a lot of confluence of support levels coming in. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel for another trading day. Today I will be looking at cryptocurrency, starting to test those important support levels at that weekly sweet spot candles. So let's hope they bounce from here. We kick off with Bitcoin. You can see how Bitcoin came back to that halfway marks there. That's the levels that I love to see tested. It's the halfway marks, and if we get strong reversals off those levels, that's usually when we get some great candles after that. We're very close to all-time highs. We just need to break that $110,000 levels. So we are like $5,000, $6,000 away from that, which is almost nothing that can happen within a day. If you look at the daily charts, you can see the long lower shadows coming in here at the sweet spot I've marked here on the weekly charts. So yes, it can still test it, and it can still make a long black candle, true, but the moment I start seeing support there, I get very, very hopeful. Solana, also all over the place, haven't retraced yet, so I haven't seen the test there yet. Solana a little bit under pressure, can't get really past these levels here. You can see we had some strong levels here. You can see here the support levels coming in. There was support, 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 and then it became resistance. As it broke down, it became resistance. So a very, very strong level coming in here. So Solana is having a little bit of a fight there, breaking those levels there. Let me just mark it again there. You see there? Solana is busy having a fight. But if we can clear that on a weekly close, that'll be absolutely amazing for Solana. XRP rejecting the highs a little bit, which is a little bit cumbersome, but it's again this levels here. It's again this halfway mark there, and you can see here it's again becoming resistance. It was resistance there on a small fractal, and now retesting that yet again, and the market responding off those levels. So we will have to see, or we're in for a retracement. Now, you remember now we got the breakout. It could retest and then a strong reversal. I like those because it gives you confirmation that turns this pattern into structure. The problem is at this stage we cannot see that this pattern is structure. The market hasn't confirmed it yet. So that's the only way of confirming it. But it's painful sitting week after week through a retracement and then the strong candle reversal, and you just worry and hope and live in a little bit of fear, and you can only see it dropping like a rock there. But let's hope this isn't the case. Let's hope we can just get a weekly close above that halfway mark, that little spike up there. I think then we're in the clear for the next level of $3 and even as high as the all-time high. I won't say all-time high, but the recent high at 340. So let's hope there for the best. Before we continue, thank you for today's sponsor, Inkasu. Do you struggle with customer queries that takes up all your time? Contact Inkasu to help transform your website customer focus with an integrated AI staff member. For more info, check out the link in the description. XLM doing the same as XRP, but we still have the pattern. We could still see, this one we saw the little break, the retest and the counter reversal, but that doesn't prevent the market to come back. That was a very small one. I like it, but that doesn't prevent the market to come back and retest these levels. I hope not. We had a solid close, but the market is still fighting with those levels. You see that interim high there was a close just above. Now it's retesting, so we need a weekly close by Sunday night above this level. I think then we got 2 weeks close above. I think then we're in the clear. Cardano, strong candle, but also testing that halfway mark. Lovely. That's the levels I want to see tested on the weekly charts. A little bit of resistance coming in there that could become support. If you move to the daily charts here, you will see that more clearly. You can see here all the, let me draw a long line in there. You see there, all that levels there. Resistance, 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 now becoming support. And that's what I'm after. That's what I'm after. So weekly chart, retested, very strong level there. Let's hope there for the best. Bitcoin Cash tested the halfway mark there also. Still battles with that interim high there on the double bottom, but it's testing that halfway mark, which is important. If you again go to the daily chart, you can see clearly here where the resistance becoming potential support there. I love that. That's also the sweet spot of the weekly candle. So a lot of confluence of support levels coming in. Chain link tested the halfway mark but didn't break out yet. All right, you can see here on the daily charts also. Daily charts, we got this resistance coming in there, which is becoming support now. You see, always a big level. Since here, we got this level here coming in from there. A little bit of an overshoot, but then again tested there again, and now tested there again. But I would be more comfortable seeing this flag pattern break and then some form of retest. However, it's a double bottom. It's already playing out. We got the close above. We had the halfway mark retest, giving ample opportunity to get into some long trades. Polkadot haven't tested the halfway mark yet, but confirmed on a very strong candle the double bottom. So let's see. Haven't confirmed that yet. However, retesting that level there. If I move on to the daily charts yet again, see, that's the level there. It's now testing and probably going to bounce today. So, well, hope so. Then Litecoin, a little bit in mid-air, a little bit, there's no real buying opportunity here. I'm just leaving it here for basically the breakout. I've got quite a lot of Litecoins also over the years, so I keep it on my list here. Then Dogecoin, strong, haven't tested the halfway mark there yet. So even if you look at the daily charts, we don't see the test yet. It's bouncing earlier. That's also fine. That's also fine. But that just makes it difficult to add to your position, to get some more positions. But we got the little double bottom, a strong candle close there last week. So I just need follow through and maybe the breakout there in the next week or two. So looking really, really good at this stage. Guys, with a move like this, you can expect a little bit of a profit taking from the short-term trader side. Ethereum still pushing well. It still keeps pushing. Halfway mark could be a retest here. I'm not sure, because we can see here support, a ton of support, but it broke it very handsomely. So I'm not sure what's going to happen here. I've got enough of them, and sadly I stopped buying on this retracements. But right, I did my last entry was at this levels here. So let's see, and I've bought it over the years also. So let's see if we can get a retracement. If it doesn't get it, got enough to keep going. That's why it's so important to always have long-term positions here, that you don't have to focus on the short term. I love dollar averaging on a monthly basis. And if I see something great and I've got some spare cash, then I will throw it into some of these analysis that I do here. But guys, trading isn't just about my insights. Please fill out the comments below this video. You can support this channel by checking out all the links in the description. Thank you for joining me today on this trading journey. Remember that trading carries risk, so don't forget to trade responsibly and never ever trade with money you cannot afford to lose. I can't wait to see my next video. Until then, trade well.